Really done.
Yeah.
So in the Gold Prayer Book, turn to page 34. And if you have the white binder, then please turn to the first page that's titled Kadampa Center Prayers. And so we'll start with by chanting Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. Page 34. Te ata om mune mune maha munaye soha. Te ata om mune mune maha munaye soha. Te ata om mune mune maha munaye soha. Now the Medicine Buddha stanza and mantra is on the blue colored sheet if you have the white folder. Bhagawan with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha lapis light. So let's chant the mantra 7 times. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Now the 4 immeasurables in English 3 times. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. Now at the bottom of page 37, you'll see 2 mantras. So let's chant Chenrezig's mantra 8 times. He's the Buddha of Great Compassion. And then Green Tara's mantra 7 times. She's a deity of enlightened activity. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme. Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha. Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha. Om tare tu re so ha. 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 Thank you. The children are welcome to go to their class.
Good job. The socks. Good morning. Good morning. Meditating 24/7, what is it? 24 hours, 7 days a week. Maybe would you mind take please one moment to introduce to yourself to each other? Sorry to stop. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt your wonderful conversation. Sorry, but we have very limited time. So here, one question. First, I'll first read this question, so maybe you can help to answer the question, okay? Maybe you can help answer the question. Question for audience. Audience or Geshe-la? Or question for Geshe? Question for Geshe. How does the Buddhist understanding of karma avoid blaming victims? No, that's for you. No? That's for the manager. For the center managers. Dessert for center manager. Avoiding blaming victims and vice versa. So what that means? Other way around? Please say it. What's the other way around? Okay, so you understand vice versa? Yeah, of course you understand. That's English. Sorry to say. How does the Buddhist understanding of karma avoid blaming victims? Very difficult questions. Practically difficult. Intellectually easy to answer. Practically very difficult to answer. Practical level not easy to answer. Intellectual level, yeah, answers already been in the book. Let's out the cat. What do you think? I think it all depends on it's all about I think it's all depend about understanding about this life, basically this life. Is this the first time we become human? What do you think? Is this the first time we become human? No? Or maybe only few people say no. Maybe majority of the people didn't say anything. So I think that's something that I need to think about. Okay, there's something to think about. I'm not going to, how you say, force you to believe one way or another. I'm not going to force you to believe one way or another because we have this sophisticated brain. The time to use. Need to think. When you say I, there's physical body. Or then you could say, from scientific point of view, you could say I brain. There's something that thinks. So now, eventually, now also scientists are also discovering. Not discovering. They are also like they're tending towards there's something beyond brain. Something beyond brain. What is that? So there's body, physical body, brain, there's also physical. So now they are tending towards there's something beyond brain. Of course, from Buddhism, there's called consciousness or mind or mentals. So now each one of them has caused by something. The body is caused by sperm and egg. They become body. That's flesh, that's skin, that's bone, that's marrow. That's drop. There's 5 of them. Some of them come from eggs, some of them come from sperm. I don't remember very clearly. So there are some of them comes from mother, there's some of them come from father. So there's the cause, clearly. There's 5 of them, so there's that's called physical body. So then some part will come from mother, some part come from fathers. Not father's consciousness, but father's sperm and eggs. So then this is finished. Now body, that's the cause. So that probably all include the brain too. Brain is physical, it's physical. Then that's all included there. So now, how is about something beyond brain? What that caused by? What's the main primary cause of that? So reason I'm bringing this up, because karma is complex, complicated, very complicated. So if you just think about this life, before this is nothing, it just happened. Before this is nothing, it just happened. What do you say? Somebody says it just began. It just began. Before that, there's nothing. It just began. Then there's so many teachings hard to explain. If that based on that concept, so many teachings hard to explain. But you can't say or you can't think like that. You are free to think whatever you want to think. You can't force people not to think. Thinking is a good thing. Question is a good thing. Buddha give us full freedoms. So to analyze his teachings, not accept his teaching out of respect. Down the road, it's not good. Down the road, it's not good. So you should analyze. You should question. So then, certain point, then question needs to be stopped. Certain point, when you reach sorry to say, when you reach certain point, then the question also needs to be, how you say, question is also impermanent, cannot be permanent all the time. Then sometimes, some point, and then it comes down on, more question, probably produce more knowledge, hopefully. If you contemplate, then that will produce some kind of experience. So then that will minimize the questions, because you experience, there's nothing to ask, because you experienced it. So not just knowledge. That's usually what I call not just understanding, experiential understanding. It means something than just word. When you say karma, it means something. It's just than just word. So this question is it's hard. Practically, putting into practice is very difficult. Not easy at all. Not easy at all for me, for you, for everybody. But it is not impossible. It is possible. It is possible. You could pray goodness for your enemy, the person you don't like, you hate. Long time ago, you really hate. Even just hearing the name of that person, you can't, handle. Eventually, you thought of. Now, hearing somebody mention the name doesn't bother. It takes times. Then eventually, you start to praying for that person to change their attitude. That's the process. That's the progress. Then when you face that person face to face, you have positive mindset. Instead of negative mindset, you have positive mindset. You are much calmer. You are calm. You are peaceful. Doesn't mean that you have to agree whatever the person did. As far as the action is concerned, there's nothing to be praise. As far as the action is concerned, action, no matter if I did or you did, Pope did, His Holiness Dalai Lama did, whoever did, if that action is negative, it is negative. It's not going to be positive because the resident teacher did that. This is negative. It's nothing to do with the title. Oh, it doesn't count because you have millions of dollars. It doesn't matter. Oh, no, because you are so educated. No, there's no excuse. When it comes down to negative actions, there's no excuse. As far as actions is concerned, it is negative. But the person could change. Person could change. The person has the ability to change. From the Buddhist point of view, person still possesses Buddha nature, even though that person told you harsh word. But that harsh word is not the person. If the harsh word is inseparable with the person, then there's no hope. No hope. Other person, no, you have no hope, because nobody, since we are born, everybody makes mistake. We have to admit, that's the truth. We have to admit, some point in our life we lie. So the Buddha usually see the action as a problem, not the person. Person could change. Even person who killed 999 people still have chance to liberate. The Angulimala. So that's one Buddha's lifetime. Because in Tibetan word called Semutiwa, that's the name of Angulimala. So that's Sanskrit word. The Tibetan is called Semutiwa. So much, desire to learn, and so much determination to accomplish the wonderful goal, but met with the wrong guide, and led to the wrong path. So the teacher told, if you kill like 1,000 persons, then you will be liberated. And blindly blame without analyzing. That's why, as I said before, Buddha said, analyze my teaching. When you buy the gold, make sure that you will try everything that you make sure that you get the pure gold. What do you do? First you cut. Make sure there's nothing inside. Something they store inside. You cut them. That's one way to find out the pure gold. If you're not satisfied, what do? Say dar. So then you rub on the rough surface. Make sure there's no now subtle mix. Find out. If you are not satisfied, what do? You burn them. If the color change, maybe then it's negative gold. It's not pure gold. So you cut your rope. You rope. Not rope from. Please don't rob the gold from the seller. So that's not good. That's not. Sometimes my pronunciation make big mistake. Sometimes my pronunciation make big mistake. So sometimes one of my friends teaching in New Orleans, and he's talking about shunyata, like ultimate truth, and there are certain words called dependent arising, and he's saying his pronunciation is not good. He's saying dependent arising. In the audience, people hearing Tibetan uprising. Then they are wondering what happened all of a sudden talking about Tibetan uprising. It's not Tibetan uprising. It's like dependent arising. So then you burn. So that's how you analyze in order to get the pure gold. Buddha said, similarly, Buddha said, analyze every single teachings that I taught, analyze like that. That's how you accept. That's how you accept my teaching through thorough analysis. That I accept. Means not out of respect, not just out of mere respect. So then there's need to use your brain. Otherwise, somebody tell you do something that you do, turns out it's the wrong things to do. So that person called Semutiwa, met the wrong guide, then probably already killed probably 999 something. Then the last person that he is going to kill is Shakyamuni Buddha. He's chasing the Buddha. When Buddha is going to the town to begging food. So then that's the conditions. Then he become eventually he become Buddhist monk. So then he was liberated. If that person has chance, of course we have chance. We definitely have chance, So that's important to also remember that true nature, Buddha nature, every one of us possess Buddha natures. Has ability to liberate ourselves completely from all the problems. So therefore, Buddha sees, okay, the action is the problem, not the person. The person still, there's possibility the person could change, do better things. If you think or believe the person and action is inseparable, there's no hope. Then there's really no hope at all. Same your actions, you can't blame yourself. Because I did something, this and that, and then if you start to think, okay, that is me, then there's no hope. But actually, that's not true. It's not true. So this question, so require a lot of contemplations. Lot of contemplations. That's all I can say. Lot of contemplations. It's easier to explain this, answer these questions if you believe in multiple life. Multiple life, before this, after that, it's easier. If you just think, oh, I just began, just as out of blue, I just began to be human. But not that concept, you can't reject that concept, but that concept you have to explain. You need to explain. How that happened, you need to explain. Then maybe if you end up saying, oh, everything had no cause, it just happened. There's no cause, it just happened. So then things get more complicated. It's not going to get easier, it's going to get more complicated. So there are so many things that you need to explain. So many things you need to explain. That's just, I'm just throwing some idea out there. So then, you could read about karma. There's a lot of books already been translated, much better than my English. You could read, but it requires a lot of contemplations. I'm not saying it requires a lot of sitting like this, no. It requires a lot of thinking. Harboring any disturbing thought, no good. Regardless, whether you are Buddhist, not Buddhist, believer, not believer, atheist, no good. Buddhist, not Buddhist, atheist, like a believer, not believer, we all have mind, we all think. If you start to think something negative, no good. That is unhealthy mind. So now then, based on that, it requires a lot of contemplation. Based on then, think about harboring hatred towards somebody. Think about that. There's pain. It's not just pain, it's severe pain. Then every disturbing thought is pain, or different levels of pain. So when you have pain, the doctor says, what number? 1 to 10? I got really confused. You never, in Asia, you never ask something like that. When you have pain, like 1 to 10, you can't tell. There's no measure. So I was in a lot of pain, but they asked me what number, so I said, couldn't say. So yes, I can't come up with the idea of what number. So anyway, so now probably that's a good idea, measure. Any disturbing thought probably has number, what number. what degree. So that's the last thing. That's the last thing that we need, disturbing thought. It disturbs you, of course, not indirectly, there's like negative impact on your physical well-being indirectly, but directly there's impact on your mind, impact on your mind. So that's why I'm saying it requires a lot of contemplation. It requires a lot of contemplation, not just understanding our karma. That's not good enough. You need to think. You need to contemplate about a lot of contemplation be needed in order to make progress. In order to make even the tiniest progress, it requires a lot of contemplation. First, action is concerned, whatever the measure that we need to take, yeah, action is, as I said, if I did, this is wrong. It's not. You can't say, oh, there's like, there's also risk, Sometimes there is people blindly believe in something, then whatever that person does, always a good thing. No, it's not good thing. If that person is lying, it's lying. It's not good thing. There's nothing above ethics. If something went above ethics, that's not good. It's not good. So it requires, all my friends here, it requires a lot of contemplation. It requires a lot of contemplation. It requires a lot of thinking. So a lot of thinking. Okay, in order to the disturbing mind, that's called hatred towards someone you don't like, and harboring that, it's causes a lot of pain. Sake of your own happiness, then you need to precisely calculate how to approach. Precisely calculate based on your sake of your well-being, based on that, and need to do a lot of contemplation. Then based on that, then you have to measure. I say precisely measure, then, like how to approach physically, mentally, approach the person that you consider as an enemy and treat you unfairly, all of that. So, sake of your own happiness. So, okay. Then anybody else want to say something? Please do. Yeah. Yeah, I could probably go on and on, like based on the books. There's a lot of things been said, but practically, none of them are easy. None of them are easy. No pain, no gain. There's kind of sums up. No sacrifice. Yeah. You could be a Buddhist monk, you could be wear a robe. This robe is not going to protect you from disturbing thought. No, if that robe, if you think, oh, this robe, he's wearing this robe, he's be well protected. Oh, I'm more than happy to distribute the robe to each one of you. That's not how it works. We require a lot of contemplation. No, yeah. So, then, so yeah. Please, if you want to say, if you feel to say something, please contribute. No pressure. Welcome to contribute. Okay. Just think about how to approach headache. When you have headache, how to approach. Not talking about physically. There's what it does. Probably you can press something, or you can do some massage. That's what you can do. Mentally, how you approach. Is this possible? Is this possible? Is it possible? Physical pain and mental well-being go together. Is it possible? Question: is this possible? Is it possible? Mental, physical difficulty and mental well-being together. Possible? Am I making any sense?
Yes.
Oh. Is that possible? Could be mental excitement. Mental excitement and physical pain, can it go together? Will they be together? Together, you know. The question. That Lamula said that in the Guru Puja, that Niji debate what do you do as a human? What do you do? Don't think of it as a Buddhist or as a Christian. As a human, that you have sophisticated brain. How you approach. If everything's falling apart, feel like it's like pouring down like rain. Everything one after another going wrong. People all negative, environment all negative. Wherever you look, which direction, everybody is miserable. Undesirable, undesirable.
It says, even if the environment and beings are filled with the fruits of negative karma and unwished for sufferings pour down like rain, I seek your blessings to take these miserable conditions as a path by seeing them as causes to exhaust the results of my negative karma.
Is this sounds like blaming game? No? Is this sounds like blaming game? It's supposed to cheer you up. If it's like bringing you down, there's something wrong. Maybe not understanding the teaching correctly, there's something wrong. Supposed to lift your spirit up. That's what it's for. Otherwise, it's going to be like teaching of karma is like beating yourself. It becomes the condition to beating yourself. It's not useful. Better not to think about karma. Better not to think about karma. Think something else. It's there to cheer you up, lift you up from the hole, lift you up from the hole. Oh. So now here, word blessing. Blessing means change. Change. That's the meaning of blessing. Change. As I said many times, that's why you bless food. That's why you bless location, place, houses. You're trying to transform energy. Change. That's the definition of blessing. Oh. Change. That's why you are seeking, in the word you say, I'm seeking blessing, but you're seeking change in your attitude and your approach, because your approach is bringing more suffering. It's not helping you. You could blame somebody else, you could blame this, you could blame that, you could blame country, you could blame system, you could blame that. Goes on and on. Meanwhile, there's no peace of mind. And meanwhile, so much energy we invest on that, nothing is not changing anything. So there's no, as I said, there's many teaching there, but each one of them is so hard to put into practice. But it requires a lot of slowly, baby step. It requires a lot of contemplations. Cannot be done within like this. Cannot be. There's no solution like this. There's no solution like instant coffee. If you're looking for the answer like instant coffee, there's nothing. There's none. Sorry to say, there's none. But it requires a lot of, like after knowledge, it requires a lot of contemplations. Yeah. So so if you like this piece of teaching, so I'm going to. Otherwise, as I've said before, somebody probably you heard this story probably 1,000 times. This is stories. Because our attitude, and our attitude is very much based on our attitude, our approach, our whole idea about others is pretty much based on what they do, what they say, what they do. Not based on, oh, you and me, every single second you are looking for happiness, I'm doing the same thing. Every single second you are trying to avoid even the tiniest problem, I do the same thing. Not based on that. We don't look at other people, not based on that. We look at others with the idea. So then it creates all kinds of disturbance, jealousy, pride, arrogance, anger. Then that's why people hating each other, then fighting with each other. There's all kind of. If the idea is based on that, equal. You and me, there's no differences when it comes down to happiness. You are doing the same thing, and I'm doing the same thing. There's no differences. Tibetan, American, same thing, same. We are same. I don't want any suffering. You don't want any suffering. So we don't look at based on that. Then we look at on what people say so then this is very hard. It's very hard, very hard because there's what do you say? There's two different types of wolf, black wolf, white wolf within yourself. Which one we feed the most? Wolf? Yeah, wolf. Wolf, the animal. Within ourselves, there's always. Yeah, so based on my tiny experience, tiny experience, almost invisible experience. No, invisible, yeah, not visible, invisible, almost invisible. Require a lot of contemplations. Somebody says something, oh, then you hurt. Your feeling was hurt. You desperately want to say something, can't do that. Stop a little bit, or maybe, I say, yeah. Always come here, almost come here. It's almost coming out of here like. Hard at that moment is hard, too big to swallow, but at the end it produces good result. Otherwise, oh, I'm so and so, how dare you telling me something like this, like that. Yeah, we have always reason. Oh, I'm so and so, I'm the one who's like this, doing this and that, and how dare you telling me this? And then you forget what you told that person. You don't contemplate on that. You're contemplating on what other person is telling you. Maybe. Just pause. Just pause and try to calm down. So in Argentina, what they call tankol. Yeah. So in Argentina, when people get up to the tankoli, I say, tankol. Tranquila, or they say tranquila. Not tankol, they say. Sometimes when you look at the person's face, who is saying that, doesn't look like tranquila. So we don't mind doing that to other people, tranquila. If other person tells you tranquila, oh no tranquila at all, no tranquila. Yeah, it's complicated. It's really complicated. It's hard. But you can't give up. Oh, you can't give up. Slowly, slowly. Not just swallow, then digest. Not just swallow, So, for you have reason, you have knowledge, better to stop. Better stop now. Otherwise, you are thinking. You are not just focusing here. You are thinking. You are looking at the bigger pictures. Oh, we have say, you went to store, buy something, maybe do garden work. Then there's some kind of disagreement, buying stuff. or not like no, you're going to the garden store, Lowe's or there, but your whole idea is to work together at the garden, in the garden. Don't go there, buy, then there's some kind of disagreement, then you say something, they say something, you know, so then all of a sudden in the car nobody's talking. You can't walk like that. So then there's a ripple of negative impact. So garden work might not be done because none of person is happy, not talking to each other. So then like that. That's a long time ago, there's one couple. Each time when they get together, they get into argument. Minute that one person come back from work, minute they meet together, argument of everything. So then the girl has friends, her girlfriends, and she went to her. So then asked, is there something that she can help to stop this argument? There's no like, this is an unpreventable argument every day. Then probably the girlfriend give her some bottle of water, and she said, oh, this is very holy water. So when he show up, just drink this water, don't swallow. Keep in your mouth, don't swallow. When he walks in, she drinks this water, can't talk. Then probably whatever the routine that other he's going to say, like that's probably the routine. And there's nobody answering. Then it's like one hand going like this, no sound. If that two hands make sound, there's no hand, no sound. Then probably he got tired. So then next time, then she went to her friend, said, oh, your holy water worked very well. And she said, you can get the holy water from your tap. So that's why sometimes best not to say anything, even though at that moment it's painful, but down the road it will be rewarded. It will be rewarded. When you remember, you will be proud. You will be proud. It will be rewarded. It will be not going to be waste. Yeah. So so today my idea is to explain. Last this now question is taking a long time. Last few Sundays we are talking about the importance of teachings. What is the importance of teachings? Even though there's many things to learn, including the meditation, many different types of meditation. Then there's all these books written by Shakyamuni Buddha, all the commentary written by Indian masters from Nalanda monasteries. There's many commentaries. But what is the most important things? Loving compassion. That's what we've been talking about last few Sundays. Loving compassion is the most important things than anything else. Loving compassion. How you practice that loving compassion? First and foremost, need to understand, including myself, all of us. This is very important. This is not just, in the word it's very simple, but when it's come down on a practical level, this is really extremely important. Loving compassion, chamche, loving compassion. So now first ask the questions, who will hate loving compassion? Who will hate? Ask your pet, if they can talk, ask them, do you hate love or compassion? Nobody. Buddhist, not Buddhist, Christian, not Christian, believer, not believer, everybody. Enjoy loving compassion. If somebody is showing loving compassion, everybody enjoy that. Is that true? Now there's no divisions. Religion, there's no culture, there's no based on loving compassion, there's no divisions. There's no differences between you and me When it comes down to loving compassion, I enjoy, you enjoy. When it comes down to philosophy, oh yeah, you probably disagree what I believe. There's a lot of disagreement when it comes down to philosophy, theory, belief. There's a lot of differences. But when it comes to loving compassion, there's no differences. Therefore, this is so important, so important to reflect as much as possible throughout the day or contemplate. First and foremost, what we need to think, according to Shantideva, what we need to think, we need to understand that you and me, when it's based on difficulty and happiness, based on suffering and happiness, you and me equal, same. There's no differences. So that understanding is needed, badly needed, that understanding. Equal, same. Or differences, or because I'm American, you are Tibetan, or like I have college degree, you don't have college degree. I have money, you don't have money, you are poor. And I'm beautiful, you ugly. I have straight hair, you have curly hair. I have small nose, you have big nose. All these differences. What does it good? What good it does? Nothing. Does this kind of concept contribute to the society for the betterment of society? No. Loving compassions. First, equal. So that knowledge, understanding is really needed. Okay. So that will eliminate, that knowledge will eliminate the jealousy. That knowledge will eliminate the jealousy. So, so then protect everybody else like yourself, that you protect yourself. That is exchanging. Be in other person's shoes and just pretend. So the same, like you remember, like Jung, that's like famous like philosopher, Jung, Carl Jung. I heard that maybe more than 25 years ago in Switzerland. They studied that quite. All the therapists, all the psychologists, they studied his book. So I heard more than probably 30 years ago, I heard that being in other person's shoes. So that's like exchanging in Buddhism, that's like exchanging oneself with other, exchanging oneself with other. So that will take care of the pride and arrogant. If you can do that, so then there will be loving compassion will rise. Loving compassion will rise. You could generate loving compassion. Then compassion heals you and heals everybody. Compassion. When you go around the park, if somebody being very nice, very sweet, do you enjoy? Do you have any idea what that person believes? No. That comes secondary level. That's not the most like priority things to know. When that person smiles, you enjoy. You don't know that person is like atheist or believer, not believer. Generally speaking, who cares? If that person is nice, that's what's most important. So that's why loving compassion. So that's one of the Buddhists that raised these questions. If there are so many teachings, then what the Bodhisattva should focus on, then that our Lokiteshvara says only one teachings. What is that one teachings? Loving compassion, that's all. Loving compassion. Yeah, is it hard? It's hard. Nothing is easy, it's hard. But what is the choice? What is the choice? There's not much choice. It's hard. But it will be rewarded. It will be rewarded. And you will be proud to yourself. You will be proud. Having opinion could be good. Having opinion. But not having opinion probably is better. The same thing, saying something probably good, could be good, but no saying is probably better. Like I mean, when you get into argument, goes back and forth, it won't stop. Somebody has to sacrifice. Somebody has to sacrifice for betterment of both of your happiness. Somebody has to sacrifice, but their sacrifice will be rewarded. Their sacrifice will be remembered long period of time. But being tough, arrogant, aggressive, that memory will never bring joyous, never bring proud. It brings depression. It brings depression when you remember. It's hard to believe any human will be joy or rejoice, very happy, remembering something they did, something very horrible. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. So that's like last 2 Sundays we've been talking. So so then here today I think like this is the prayer. You are wondering why Geshe is tuning this round and round. Because this contains millions of money mantra inside, millions of money mantra. So there's part of it. This is like practice. When you turn, then you generate equivalent merit of reciting millions of money mantra, which is the mantra for compassion, to help you to develop compassion. So that's called handheld prayer wheel. So that you tune that with the intention of betterment of all living beings, not just Tibetans, Americans, all living beings outside. You tune that. The same thing, prayer flags hang on the high mountains. They believe the wind blows, then that touch the prayer flags, then that winds touch any living beings, get blessed or benefit. So that's been practiced in Tibet like many hundreds of thousands of years. Still does, quite like I say. When you go to Tibet, you see the prayer flags everywhere, even in the high mountains. This is all the motivations to benefit of all living beings. That's all sentient beings, all living beings. So today's, sorry, now our time is getting shorter. So trying to explain this, if some of you are interested to learn this money mantra, it's called 6-syllable mantra. This mantra of compassion. So today I'm thinking maybe next 2 Sundays I'm thinking to explain that. You see this first letter? Can you see? It's called Om. For the sake of knowledge, okay? For the sake of next time when you see the mantra, when you're hiking somewhere in Nepal, close to the Everest base camp, you can be proud. You see that there's mantra all over the place. You can say, "Oh, this is Om." You can say, so, oh yeah. You see, there's A. That's called O. Then that's called Ma. There's 3 syllables. The 3 has a 3 letter together. Actually, this is called 6-syllable mantra. Okay, this Om for the sake of knowledge. A, U, Ma, become Om. If you are doing yoga, probably you are very familiar with this. A symbolizes body. U symbolizes speech. The last part symbolizes mind. Become Om. When you say Om, you are thinking about body, speech, and mind. Om. First syllable, okay, Om. So this is called 6-syllable mantra. Mantra of compassion, our location of mantra, short one. If you are very interested to learn the long one, so then I will teach you the long one. But this Om, you see Om. So so this helps. When you say it will help you to minimize your pride, arrogant pride. Okay, for the sake of knowledge. For the sake of knowledge. So then the color will be white. So what is the transcendental meditations? So during the hippie time? During the hippie time, venerable hippie time, What is the transcendental meditations? Anybody knows? Huh? Giving you the mantra? Yeah, so here, sorry, there's no personal mantra here to give. There's like general mantra. Om, the white color, helps you to minimize pride. Om. So then there's something that you can use as a meditation. You just say the word, so then you can think about the meaning of that word and kind of like frees you from pride and arrogance. Okay, this is for the sake of knowledge. It's important. So then now there's the first syllable. Now we have 10 more minutes. So now this is the second syllable called ma. You see? Ma. So that is green color. Green color. For the sake of knowledge, green color. Ma. So now that knowledge you can tell if somebody painted mantra, if they put it's give you kind of opportunity to correct them. Because we like to correct things, don't we? We don't like other people's correcting us. We don't like that at all. But we like to correct someone else. So that's just joke. Sorry, that's just that's bad joke. Sorry, I shouldn't have joke about mantra. Ma jangu. So there's second syllable called ma. Om ma. No, this is Sanskrit. This is not Tibetan, but it's written in Tibetan, but it's Sanskrit. Om ma je. Jangu, green. So then that helps you to overcome or minimize jealousy. For the sake of knowledge, jealousy. Well, you can also, you don't have to wait all the way to going to trekking on the Everest. You can also help here. Somebody comes here, you can help, you can explain to them. You don't have to wait all the way to go to Nepal to surprise somebody, okay? You can do that here at the center. Majanguchi. There's a green color in green, and it's also help to overcome from jealousy. Jealousy. I did memorize that in a long time. I've been saying, but I forgot. So the second syllable, ma, green. So then third syllable called ni. Om, ma, ni. That's third syllable called ni. That's the color in yellow. Okay, yellow. And help you to overcome from doubt. So that's good. So then if they want to look into some books, so when they look, they will find exactly where you explain. Okay, so then that person will feel good that you didn't make this up last night. Wondering what I'm going to say. So in Buddhism, it's very important. It has to, it's not like somebody just make it up, so then that's not good. Nietzsche, that's also helped you to doubt. So now doubt. Equals doubt. You say, for example, there's three types of doubt. Three types of doubt. According to Buddhist philosophy, there's three types of doubt. Minjugi is like, there's like negative doubt. My life, or Geshe-la said, the Kadampa said that many times this life is so precious, so meaningful, so difficult to find. Is that true or not true? Or maybe it's not. Let's say maybe it's true. First we start with the positive things. It's true. So there's no doubt. So there's positive doubt. If you think, that's not true, but there's negative doubt. because you are tending towards, you are like doubt. It's the mind cannot make decisions. It's like maybe either this way or this way. So let's say this is negative, this is positive. Then you tend towards like this, there's negative doubt. Then there's positive doubt. Okay? This is called the first it begin with, unfortunately it begins with negative doubt, tending to more towards negative. So then thought of, then think, then it become balanced. Or maybe there's possibility, could be this or could be that. So I used to think of that, but maybe not, could be. That's called equal doubt. Now it's equal doubt. So there's possibilities this equal doubt could produce positive doubt. Precious, not precious, or not precious. Then you read, not what I just said, you read, you find books, then you read. Then you say, oh, maybe so many authors been talking about this. Maybe it's not just Geshe-la. So then you probably change your mind. So then it's become equal doubt. Oh, now I'm not sure. Maybe not precious. I'm not sure about really precious. I don't think it's not precious, but I'm not sure it's like very precious, very meaningful, very difficult to find. It's 50-50 now. Before it's like 150. There's negative doubt. So then you think now it's become equal. So then you think more and more. Then you say, oh, this is precious. Number-wise, course-wise, this is precious. This is very precious. Even though there's billions, 6 billion people, doesn't mean that you have 6 billion body. You have only one body. You have only one life. So that's good. Then there's the positive doubt. We are not talking about here positive doubt. We are talking about negative doubt. Okay. So just for the sake of knowledge, there's not every single doubt, negative doubt. Okay. The last one, money. Ni. 1, 2, 3. Third syllable ni. Oh, yellow in color. Then eliminate doubt, negative doubt. So now, then when you put it together like this, money, this jewel. Padme, there's lotus. When you, sometimes there's another way to say money, when you say together, there's jewel. Wish-fulfilling jewel. You have one here in America? Huh? US dollar? You see this one here? Between the flower? Can you come here, please? I want to demonstrate. And hoping that each one of you get one of those. No, this one, middle one. This, here.
Oh, here.
Yeah. That's how the wish-fulfilling juice looks like in painting. Okay. Next time when you see in the Tanga and all of this, this is called, sometimes this is called wish-fulfilling jewel. That's how it looks like. When you have one of those, when in the early morning you get kind of like hungry, you think about, oh, like egg has there's many different kind of eggs, so I don't remember. Fried egg, poached, half fried, there's many different kinds. If you want egg, some kind of egg, some kind of toast, you just think, oh, I want this. All of a sudden, on the table it appears. No work. That's called wishful view, something to wishful view. So there's myth, or I'm not sure, I shouldn't say about myth, because it's a Tibetan, but I shouldn't say it's myth. But there's one statue inside, in Lhasa. Lhasa, there's capital of Tibet, Lhasa, there's one statue. It's actually Buddha statues, was decorated by Lama Tsongkhapa with all these ornaments. In that statue, they're saying there's this jewel. Somebody know. In the Tibetan tradition, all the statues been filled with the mantras and all kind of, like precious stone, like precious metal. That's all been filled inside the statue. It's not hollow. It's not empty. So even the Lama Atisha, this Indian master, this statue is filled, completely filled with the mantra. There's billions of mantras inside. So then, people do put precious metal. So they're saying that's one of this. It's been Lama Tsongkhapa or somebody put it there. So it's just moving all over the place. That they're saying when you go there to pay homage, when it's moving down here on the bottom of the statue, if you can make a wish, they're saying that wish could come true. So therefore, people from Geshe Sangpo's hometown all the way to Lhasa, if you walk, it takes 3 months to get there. Then people, what you do, they just post it to get there, So like age 25, early 30, so that age, they, like every dirt they cover by body all the way to Lhasa. That kind of devotions to see the statues. Therefore, the second knowledge, it just looks like wishful jewel. So then, money is jewel. You work together, money, that's jewel. Lotus, then the jewel in the lotus. The lotus symbolizes purity. Purity. This is very good. So kind of symbol. Whenever you feel depressed, think about lotus. Lotus was born from the muddy pond, but itself is pure. It's beautiful, but when you look at the way it grows, it doesn't look beautiful. It looks very muddy. With all this kind of mindset, all kind of mindset, every single day, unbelievable. Every single day, all the mind that rises is not positive. There are many, many of them negative, unhealthy. But one day you're going to be like lotus, but your nature is like lotus. Okay? Just think about lotus, like growing. Don't think with the mud will grow lotus. It symbolizes renunciations. If you talk about 3 principal aspects of the path to enlightenment, bodhicitta, renunciation, bodhicitta, then wisdom, realizing ultimate truth, symbol. So now you see there's painting, there's like white things, they symbolize altruistic attitude. And there's lotus, there's symbolize, see the bottom, there's lotus, they symbolize purity or renunciations. So then there's some dish you probably don't see because, sometimes you see a little bit. First you see lotus, then you see moon, then you see sun dish, the 3 dishes. So what that indicates, it has meaning because person who's sitting on that possess these 3 qualities, renunciations, altruistic attitude, the wisdom that understands true truth, ultimate truth. So that's why they put into painting. It's not just, or you can say, I want to put like chocolate. You can't do this. Already been instructed how to paint. So this each has meaning. Each has meaning. So there's jewel in lotus. Yeah. So stop now. Time is over. Maybe save for next Sunday. Okay. Maybe beautiful weather. Probably you. Thank you very much coming here. I'm sure that you have zillion things to do. Million things to do every the weekend. So then beautiful weather. Choose to come here. So then this for the sake of knowledge. So then reciting this mantra will help you to develop compassion, believe it or not. When you say, if you think about compassion, that's how it helps. Not just mumbling the word. When you think about the meaning, when you say Om Mani Padme Hum, when you say Om, then it will help you to overcome from. Whenever you feel pride, you say Om. If you don't like that you are pride, so then there's something needs to be done. Then you say Om, just visualize the white light, Just visualize. To then help. So every teaching you hear from Kadampa Center, I've been here 20 years, so everything you hear, you, me, all of my friends, and including myself, require a lot of contemplations, Don't react right away. Need to learn how to take time. If you react right away, you are not able to use as a fullest capabilities of your Buddha natures. We should not react right away. Everybody should take time. Think of your own happiness. Think of your own peace of mind. If you cannot think about peace of mind of other sentient beings, you can think of your own peace of mind. This is a critical moment you make decisions. Should I going to destroy my peace of mind, or should I protect or destroy it? This is your choice. The choice needs time. It's not going to be spontaneous. If it's only going to be spontaneous, if you're doing that decade after decade, that possibility could be spontaneous. Other than that, that requires times. Means patience. So we need to take times and think about, first think your own happiness, your own peace of mind. First think about that. So then, if it's very necessary, then say something. If it's not necessary, better to drink water. Holy water from the tap. Don't swallow. Okay, I think, so then this will continue next Sunday, okay? I think next Sunday.
Please turn to page 191, and let's recite the praises to the 21 Taras for all the people on the prayer list, and also to remove obstacles to the success of the Light of the Path
So
retreat.
you are welcome to stay through the reciting 21 Tara praises. That's for the everybody who comes to the center, and for the center, and for the retreat, for all of that. So if you need to leave, then please don't feel bad. You're free to leave, okay?
And it's we have the white booklet, and not the prayer book. It's on the green colored page. From your sublime abode at the Potala, O Tara, born from the green letter Tam, your crown adorned with Amitabha, action mother of the Buddhas of the three times, Tara, please come with your attendants. The gods and demigods bow to your lotus feet, O Tara. You who rescue all who are destitute, to you, Mother Tara, I pay homage. All I prostrate to the noble transcendent liberator. Homage Tara, swift heroic, eyes like lightning instantaneous, sprung from opening stamens of the Lord Earth River's tear-bone lotus. Homage she whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with thy race resplendent as a thousand-star collection. Homage golden blue and lotus, water-born and hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience, meditation, her sphere. Homage crown of Tathagatas, action triumph without limit. Relied on by conquerors children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with their feet the seven worlds, able to draw forth obedience. Homage worshipped by the all-Lord, Shaka Ani Bama Maru, honored by the host of spirits, corpses are Gandalvas Yakshas. Homage with her tread and pay sound, destroying plasmatic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right, blazing in a raging fireplace. Homage to the very dreadful destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who was slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart her finger, so done her with three jewel mudra, like ray masses all excited, all directions will so adorn her. Homage is so joyous, radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all her guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home sign, saving from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon on her most shining, Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Homage she with wreath ablaze like neon denting fire abiding. Right of flippant joy surround you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scowling with the letter whom the 7 levels you does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she who filled his peace nirvana. She endowed with Om Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded, tearing foes' bodies asunder, freezes human knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to the witsy flat of the shape of syllable, whom by the sampling shakes his 3 worlds, Meru, Mandara, and Vindhya. Homage holding in her hand the hermic moon of Devalek, with spice of Kantara and Pei, totally dispelling poison. Homage she whom gods and their kings and the kinnaras do honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispelled their dreams and conflicts. Homage she whose 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with Vaisara and Tutade, she dispels severe contagion. Homage full of liberating, powered by the set of 3 natures, so spirits, yakshas, and race corpus subjuture. These praises with the mantras and prostrations are start 21. Now turn to page 190 for the prayer of the benefits. Whoever is endowed with devotion for the goddess and recites this with supreme faith, remembering it at dawn upon waking in the evenings, will be granted all fearlessness, will perfectly pacify all negativities, and will eliminate all unfortunate migrations. The multitudes of conquerors will quickly grant initiation. Thus endowed with this greatness, one will eventually reach the state of a Buddha. If affected by the most terrible poison, whether ingested, drunk, or from a living being, just by remembering will one be thoroughly cleansed. If this prayer is recited 2, 3, or 7 times, will pacify all the sufferings and torments caused by spirits, fevers, and poisons, and by other beings as well. If you wish for a child, you will get a child. If you wish for wealth, you will receive wealth. All your wishes will be fulfilled, and all obstacles pacified. Now turn to page 246 and 47. Let's recite the dedication from Master Shantideva's. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain a notion of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with the mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may they never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now let's read the short, long life prayers on pages 244 and 245. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. The one who mastered his speech at a very young age. The one with great patience who received the name Awatare. The one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void, like the ornament of the yellow hat tradition. Please remain until samsara ends. You uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers honoring the 3 jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples. Please, please live. Om tare tu re so ha. 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 Om tare tu re so ha.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend.
I just have one quick announcement. I wanted to let you all know about an exciting opportunity. Beginning this coming Thursday night at 7 o'clock, Geshe Sangpo is going to be teaching us about the 7-limb practice. And those, it's as Geshe-la said, it's a complete package. You begin with prostrations, offerings, purifying negative karmas, rejoicing in positive actions, requesting the teacher to turn the wheel of Dharma, requesting the teacher to stay until the end of samsara, until we all get the heck out of here, and dedicating our merits. And parts of this practice involve ritual things like knowing the hand mudras, the hand gestures to use when doing offerings, knowing how to do a prostration and so on. And Geshe Sangpo is a really highly qualified expert in these things, so it's really a wonderful opportunity. We have him here. Not very many centers have somebody of his knowledge level. So if you would like to take advantage of that, please come. Thank you. Oh, Scott. Oh, and that's Thursday nights at 7 o'clock. And then, yeah, we need we need volunteers for mowing. I think, yeah.
From what I can recall. So the all-star mowing team is Scott Dickerson is the captain. And we're seeking, you might have seen the email. By the way, who's received that email? So if you're not receiving that email, this is a great opportunity to say, I'd like to receive those kind of emails, and then let me know and we'll figure that out. So these are requests from time to time for things, and Donna reports things to people and gives great information. So we have 2 people, we need 8, you work in teams, and then you just come out on the weekends, whatever works with your guys' schedule. So we need 6 more people to complete the team. That's it. You can just get in touch with, let's see how we do that. It's Scott, so I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. Oh, I know. We put the banner up on the homepage. So go to the homepage, see the mowing, and then you'll go to the link. Thank you.